So I made a video for a while, so today I thought I would make a video on my Dynamo setup. So I have two setups. I basically have my Dynamo setup that I run throughout the winter with my lights, so because I commute a lot, pretty much in the dark in the morning, dark in the evening. And because I'm commuting a lot, it's a pain in the arse with all the other bits and bobs you've got to charge, like watches, phones and stuff. So I run my Dynamo throughout the winter, and I've just put it on so I can show you it fitted to the bike. And then after that, I'll show you my bikepacking Dynamo setup, which has got a built-in switch for charging my power bank and my lights. So let's go and have a look at the bike. So basically, I have here the Son Deluxe, which is a Dynamo which is built into the middle of the wheel, and that's one cable goes on there with the little spade connectors. Let's see if we can see them in there. Yeah, there you go. So the spade connectors in there, they go all the way up on this wire, and it's just one wire. Follow it up there. I put it through my bags, and the reason why I do that, it just keeps it nice and tidy. It means one less cable tie. Then it comes over the bars and it goes into my exposure Evo, which is there. So it comes into here, which is it says input on it, you can't really miss it. And then you've got an output just here, and that cable comes out again through the bike packing bags along, and I use the bike packing bags all the way along because it means that I only need one cable tie then. So I've got one here, then it comes up and it goes to my exposure red eye, and that's it. That's just one cable, and that seems to last me. It saves me charging my lights because I always forget in the winter. I've had this a couple of years now and it's never let me down. It's a really good bit of kit. I've got it angled down just right as well, so that when it's going, it looks good. And what I'll do is at the end I'll show you a video of it actually in the dark, or as dark as I could get it, where I could film, and you can actually see it in action. So now you've seen the bike bit, what I've got, I'll show you now, is my bike packing setup. And the reason why I have two is so I can charge a power bank when I'm going out for any more than 2 or 3 days, because I've got all of my head units solar. I've got stuff like my phone, which I like to keep charged. I've made myself pretty self-sufficient for bike packing. I've got the Garmin solar head unit. I've got a solar watch, the iPhone 15, which I've got. The battery seems to last forever on it, as long as I don't go mental. And obviously my lights run, but I still like to have a power bank charged, just so I can keep my phone charged, because my phone is my lifeline. It's for emergencies and things like that, so that's the main reason. If I'm going out for a number of days, I will take this kit, and I'll show you now. Basically what we've got here is my bike packing rig. I'm going away for a few days, just so I can charge things. So basically what you've got here is the 2 spade ends. They go onto the Dynamo. We'll trace that back to a switch. This is a little waterproof 3-way switch that I bought from Amazon, and it cost me about £7 for a couple of them. And that lives in, although it's waterproof and I've put tape around it, and it's got this little cover on it here, I still keep it in my bike bag. It just lives in there because I only need to turn it on and off in the morning and on an evening basically. And then that feeds back to the exposure light, to the input there. And then the other lead goes along here to this thing here, which is called a sine wave revolution. And basically what this is it's a voltage regulator. So because you're pedaling over different terrain, the voltage goes up, down, it's all over the place. Very hard to charge things. So this sort of regulates the voltage, so you get a good constant supply. And then that goes into my, which is rather big. I don't use this one anymore. That's just for an example. That goes into my power bank. I've got a smaller one now, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I basically use that power bank. I charge it during the day, and I'll flick on the lights during the night. And the reason why I do that is because so I can charge my cameras, my phone, things like that. Now my Garmin head unit is solar, so it'll last a good week, even in the UK with the crap weather we have. and my phone's pretty good, but I just give it a top up every night. So yeah, I'll charge my phone, charge my cameras, and then in the morning, so at night, I'll just flick the switch over and I'll just use my lights, and then that's not charging anymore. You can charge them at the same time, but you get very little power out of it. And I find I did a week in France and I just did a top up when I was in a calf, just because I was in a calf. But generally that stays charged all week and would keep all my stuff charged. And that's my bike packing setup. I actually now use a smaller battery since I've got the new iPhone. I don't need as much power, and I've got some spare batteries for my camera. The idea being I'm trying to be a bit more self-sufficient, so that I can just go off grid and not worry about anything, and worry about charging and things like that. Solar's terrible. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's absolutely crap. Dynamos are the way forward. They are more expensive, but the Sondelux is German, so you know it's going to be efficient. You know it's going to keep working. And I've had it for 2 years. Well, 3 years actually. This will be its third winter, and it hasn't skipped a beat. So there we go. That's my setup. So here's a diagram that I've done. So you basically got the switch, goes to the dynamo to the switch, and then the switch is split between the sine wave USB regulator and the light, which can obviously be switched. And with that sine wave, you can charge anything out of there. It doesn't have to be power bank. You could plug your head unit in, your phone in there. It just evens out the voltage, so it charges better. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. It is an expensive bit of kit, I won't lie. I got it on the Cycle to Work scheme. But for the last few years, I've used it for a bit of bike packing. I did the King Alfred's Way with it. I went around France, which was a godsend. I think I had to charge my power bank, or I just topped it up once because I was in a cafe for quite a while, so I thought, why not? But generally, it kept everything going all day for 6 days. So yeah, it's a good bit of kit to have in your arsenal. And you can get second-hand stuff out there if you shop around, go on eBay and places like that, or even build your own wheel, which is a lot cheaper. But I'm not to that standard yet. I can do most things. Wheel building isn't one of them. Anyway, that's it. I hope you found it helpful. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.